Simon & Schuster Audio and Grove Atlantic present
The Witch of Hebron by James Howard Kunstler. A World Made by Hand novel. This book is for my wingmen, Adam Cromie and Duncan Crary. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain, that are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before God. Revelation chapter 3, verse 2. In the not distant future, first, gasoline became scarce and expensive, and now it is simply gone. The automobile age is over. The electricity has flickered out. The computers are all down for good. The great corporations have fallen. Paper money is worthless. 2 great cities have been destroyed. Epidemics have ravaged the population. The government isn't functioning. There may be a president, and he may be in Minneapolis, but it's little more than a rumor. The people of a little town named Union Grove in upstate New York endure, living very locally, in a world made by hand. The world beyond Washington County has become an unknown country. Chapter 1. Now it could not have been a more beautiful mid-October day in upstate New York in the year that concerns us, which has yet to come in history. Long, jagged V's of honking Canada geese winged their way toward the Hudson River over Pumpkin Hill, where the crowns of the suffering maples blazed red and orange as if on fire, and the birch leaves glowed like golden coins, and the line of sumacs at the edge of Deaver's hayfields ran as vivid as blood against the darker margin of the woods, as though Pumpkin Hill were a living thing itself, with a pulsing interior. Some people in the nearby town of Union Grove might have said it was, since the habits of thought having to do with old, deadening certainties were yielding to another way of seeing and feeling the world that, instead, brought everything to life. 2 boys and a yellow dog made their way up a dirt path along the Battenkill River, a tributary of the Hudson. In the low water this time of year, some gravel bars lay exposed, as bright and clean as the beaches on desert isles, and many fine trout lurked unmolested in the dark runs of cold water between the bars. Indeed, far fewer people were to be found angling there in these new times on a fall afternoon, when there was a harvest to get in. The boys, both 11, were Jasper Copeland, son of Union Grove's only doctor, and Ned Allison, whose father, a doctor of philosophy, not medicine, and once vice president of a now-defunct college, ran the town's livery stable, as good a livelihood as medical doctoring in an age when cart and saddle horses were in short supply. Up ahead across the river, the 2 boys spied a rude shack made of cast-off, salvage, and flotsam between the abandoned railroad tracks and the river. It was not without charm, having a deck cantilevered out over the riverbank, with a rustic railing composed of fancifully shaped driftwood balusters, and behind all that, several generous vertical windows, none of them matching. 2 beaver pelts and 1 of bobcat were tacked up along the upstream exterior wall. The boys could smell them from where they came to crouch behind a clump of stately bracken. The shack was the home of Perry Talisker, known around town as the Hermit, who did not altogether shun his fellow human beings, but led a solitary existence there beside the river, some distance from town. He trapped animals and traded their furs for necessities. Earlier in life he had worked as a butcher for a supermarket chain. He could skin a rabbit in 5 seconds flat. He made his own corn whiskey, and consumed just a little less than he made every year. It was reputed to be as good as or better than the whiskey made by Stephen Bullock, the wealthy planter. Perry Talisker made regular visits to Einhorn's store in town, and was capable of polite conversation about the weather and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?